Hello and welcome to Spirit Touched. Let's do some talking about truth or dare. Here are some things people call the truth. Number one, naked. Why? The truth is naked because you don't have to dress it up like you do a lie. Number two, unvarnished, because you don't have to cover it up with paint or varnish, and no amount of either one can cover up a lie anyway. You don't have to hide the truth or hide from the truth either. Even though liars think they can, it always comes out in the end. No matter how hard they try to run from the truth, it will always catch up to them because it can and will be found. Number three, cold hard. Cold hard facts can often be just that, cold and hard. Lies are cold. 4, bold-faced and flat out, red hot. Why? Because they come from the pit of hell. Sick, twisted. Why, you ask? Some people have a talent for taking the truth and twisting it around for their own advantage. That's how it gets perverted. 1 Samuel 8:3 and Isaiah 47:10, Jeremiah 23:36. That's also why when we hear a lie, we should reply, "That's not true," by any stretch of the imagination. You got your facts all wrong, so go back and check them out before you tell it to anyone else. There's an old saying that we can speak for the truth. How we don't, because sometimes we don't have to, because we don't have to, because Jesus is the truth and he speaks for himself loud and clear. Remember that old TV show, The Fugitive? A lie was told about who killed the doctor's wife. So, to prove his innocence, he went chasing after the truth and found it. Satan even tries to pay you to lie for him. It's called a bribe. 1 Samuel 8 verse 3 and chapter 12 verse 3. Amos 5:12, Psalm 26:10, Isaiah 33:15. Our answer should be, you can't pay me enough to tell that lie. The real truth is, we don't have to be paid to tell it because it's free. And when we tell it, God is proud of us. Besides, it doesn't pay to lie. However, Satan will try to tell you that it doesn't pay to tell the truth. When a liar is caught and gets asked, how did that work out for you? His answer is, it didn't. That's if you can get him to be honest with you and admit it. It does happen, but not very often. Sometimes when a person gets caught in their lie, they say, I just couldn't help it. I had to. Well, no, they didn't have to. And yes, they could help it. Some people have to eat their lies when they get caught. It's known as eating crow or quail, Exodus 16:20. They have to swallow it and can get choked on it. But you never have to swallow the truth, even though some people sure do try. You can't ever get too much of the truth, but you can get way too much of a lie. it's said it's said of a habitual liar that they wouldn't know the truth if it was standing right there in front of them. It's why they have so much trouble accepting Jesus. That's why when we are armed with his truth, we can always defeat a liar. So the next time Satan tries getting you to lie, just tell him you're insane if you think you can get me to lie, because the truth is that Satan is insane. It's also said you can't turn away from the truth, and once you know it, you can't, but you can turn away from a lie and liars. You can respect the truth, but you can't respect a lie and liars. When someone thanks you for telling them the truth, just say, "It was my pleasure," and you're welcome. It only takes a moment to tell the truth. But a lie wants its 15 minutes of fame, because once it comes out of the darkness, it likes to be in the spotlight and wants to go on forever. Truth is a beacon, so let it shine and chase those lies back into the darkness of hell where they belong. Lies love to follow us around if they think they can get a hold of us. Beware, once a lie does get a hold of you, it's hard to let go, and it refuses to do so. You will never have to answer for telling the truth, but you will have to answer for lying, for telling a lie. The truth doesn't have to follow you, but you need to follow him. There used to be a game show called To Tell the Truth. Well, telling the truth is not a game, but telling a lie is a game to Satan, and he's a champion at it. However, his prize is the lake of fire. Heaven is the prize for telling the truth. That's why it's worth telling it instead of a lie. The famous line between love and hate is the truth, and you don't have to divide the truth. Joshua 24:15. That lie he drew in the sand was a line of truth, just like in John 8:6. What Jesus wrote in the sand was the truth, and that's what set the woman free from her sin. So when the truth knocks at your door, answer it and let it send that liar away. Revelation 3:19 through 23. Besides, it's much better to hear the truth than listen to lies. We never have to adjust the truth, but Satan is always adjusting his lies. That's why they keep getting bigger, and there's no such thing as a little white lie. Since black is the color of lies, and they come from a black heart. You may send your prayer request to heanswerstwo@gmail.com.